Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports.
The race for the playoffs is front and center this week, and here's a look at the AFC contenders. And it's not just who is in or out, but how the seeding shakes out. What a great time of year. It's the Marshalls going up against the Raiders.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Antonio Marshalls and the Oakland Raiders. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback. First down. Adams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
They'll keep it on the ground. Adams. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Shields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Fresh set of downs here. They run the counter. Adams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. To throw on 2nd down. Shields to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. DeAndre Washington, his first carry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every now and then I scratch my head when I see the draw play called, especially after a great run the previous play. Keep attacking. Sometimes the draw play develops slowly, and that allows the defense to react.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll keep it on the ground. Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
On first down, Adams. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Looking to throw on second down. Shields is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first and 10, Shields. And right side caught Hogan. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second down, Washington. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Shields. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 6-0 is our score, and we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A Raider first down, 17 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
This is McCaffrey. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all. But you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Shields. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. First down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there at 22. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And able to work his way down to the 16. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Here's McKinnon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. And defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And he puts it through. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. A beautiful spin and room to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And touchdown. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point forthcoming. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll set up to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Carpenter to add the extra point. And he's got it up and through. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Here we go. Green, 39.
To throw on second down. Shields. And that is incomplete. The offense on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Shields finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Sam Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And now back out comes the offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Carpenter now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw on second down. Shields got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Throwing on first down. Shields. It's caught here by Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First down, Shields. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw on second down, Shields. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Shields. He's got Adams on the hookup. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The gun, Shields. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Raiders right now are doing a good job protecting their house. The Marshals know it's always hard to come in and get a win on the road, but they're not out of this one yet. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Third down from inside the 20. The pass is completed into tight coverage, then it leads to a touchdown. The Raiders down now by 5. Carpenter's going to kick it away. The return will start from the 49. And this long run goes for a touchdown. The lead now at 6. Down to late in the first half. Here the pass will be completed into coverage, and it ends up working for a touchdown. They go up by 1. Staying late in the second. The football is going to be up for grabs here. Raiders would pick it up and score. Raiders go up by 8. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block it.
On 2nd down, Adams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Shields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
On 1st, here's Washington. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. 3rd down here. This offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Shields. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So make it 3 field goals for him now. And this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, and it's third down. The Raiders on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll keep it on the ground. Adams. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard, right near the 39. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Shields. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run. They made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's going to float this one. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now a toss coming right side. It's Adams. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A first throw here for the backup Jones. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And, you know, their previous possession, they weren't able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shields. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Shields. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So they bring out their punter. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. A good pickup there at 22. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Shields. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this. 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On 2nd down now, Adams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that'll be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. A quick handoff. That's Lasike. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Shields. And that'll be incomplete. Third down, 15 yards still needed. Back to throw. Shields. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. So a very short kick here. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on first down. Shields. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down. Shields. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. Blue landing.
On first down, Shields. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Throwing again, Shields. And this is incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Looking to throw. Shields. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go. Blue
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete here on third down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus on the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw on second down. Shields. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 35.
From the gun, Shields. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down. Shields. Stocker's got it. Complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they got him in.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is knocked down from the side, right at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. McKinnon, and this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now back out comes the offense. They'll look to throw. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's back to throw. That's caught by Treadwell. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Back to throw. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. $10 yards still left on 2nd down. to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down. Back to throw. Shields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Raiders, the win is their fifth of the year as they move to 5-8. And they will hit the road next week to take on the L.A. Chargers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.